Lloyd Vehicle Consulting t-shirts, mugs and stickers are now available. Please click on the Google link in the description below to purchase your very own. Good morning. Today is still the 2nd of May and I'm here at Popham Airfield near Basingstoke in Hampshire for the Popham Flying and Classic Car Show. This is part 3 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle, where we try to get things right but fail, we try not to fall over, we try not to get it right by wind, noise and fail, and generally do an incompetent job of going around car shows. So we found a couple of metros here. One thing that's interesting is that in 1987 they removed the Austin name from the cars, and these are both 87 to 88 registrations, so I'm assuming this one's an 87 and that one's an 88. This is a metro city, so quite near the bottom of the range, and it's not even got a light on that side. One of these would have been the fog light, but I can't remember which one. So that's really a fog light, and then you get an extra reflector if you go for the City X, which is this one. This one's got something wrong with the steering wheel or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. It's got the later dash in it, although that gear knob's not original to the car. It would have been off an earlier car. No rear wiper, of course, nothing like that in Metro City. A+ engine though, developing something like 47 horsepower in these. So yeah, just Metro, basic front end, with up flush headlamps, unipart lights of course, and cosmic wheels. Now the reason these cars don't wear the steel wheels on them that would have come originally is, one, because, well, the alloy wheels look nicer. These are off an early MG Metro. But secondly, you just can't get tyres for the steel wheels anymore. They're an unusual size or something, you just can't find them. So it's much easier to put alloy wheels on them, and also to put these kind of, I don't know what you call them, the rear sort of surrounds, which I think would be off a Metro HLE in the earlier ones, or an MG Metro or something. So they look a bit different from standard, but it's actually a nice kind of period upgrade to both of them, and I like that very much. 1966 Ford Cortina Mark I. This one, I don't know what specification this is. It looks like a GT or a Super or something, particularly since it's got the rev counter in it, so it's not one of the basic ones. Quite a late Mark I, the Mark II came out late 66. This is a 1963 Mark III Ford Zodiac with a 2.8 V6 Cologne engine from the Granada and a 5-speed gearbox. Also, how you get in the back I don't actually know, because there's no door handles. We saw this actually at Middle Wallop at the Army Flying Museum back in December. It's one of the sort of cars that braved the terrible weather to come out. So that's interesting. 1972 to 3 Land Rover Series 3 with some nice aluminium bumpers. Chevrolet 3100 pickup. I think this will be early 50s, from what I understand. Although, as you might have found out in part 2, I'm not very good with American cars, viewers. 1968 to 9 MG BGT in a beautiful colour. This is, I don't know how it's coming across in camera. This is sort of like it looks very much more blue on camera than the purple it kind of looks in the video. 1952 Hillman Minx Mark V with some restoration photographs. Very good. And it's towing, presumably it's a period caravan. Sort of beetleback design, I think they used to call them. It's a very small little caravan, this. I think Lady Corbell Holmes and Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel would appreciate things like that. Another Ford Falcon, it's the other one we've seen. This is a 64, it's another Ford Falcon Futura. Saw another one of these over there in part 2. 1967 Ford Galaxy 500. Assembled in New Jersey. Again, very typical kind of styling of American cars of the late 60s. To look like this, much more squared off than the earlier ones. 1964 Hillman Supermix in extraordinary colour scheme. Light green, dark green with a red interior. That's pretty crazy, viewers. Someone's really wanting to stamp their individuality on that one. Oh, viewers, 1995 to 6 MGR V8 with a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior. Although you got manual windows in there for some reason. It's extraordinary. Don't know why you pay a lot of money for this car. They were expensive cars when they were new, and you just got to wind the windows yourself. Never mind. 1968 to 9 MGB GT. We've seen plenty more of these viewers. We've already seen quite a few. We've seen plenty more. 1978 to 9 MGB Roadster with another beige leather interior. Wood, very nice. I don't think these would have come with that originally. It would have been a bit more sort of basic, but that's very nice. 1965 Morris Minor 1000 with the latest steering wheel they had. I think after October 64 they had the simplest steering wheel in them, which some people retrofitted, which people change out for the earlier wheel with the metal spokes. But yes, obviously you've got a picnic blanket in the back. It's a Morris Minor. You must have a picnic blanket in the back of a Morris Minor. It's compulsory. 1965 Austin J. Ford Dualmobile Camper. The big sort of pop-top thing on the top there. Ooh, very, very late. Bertone X19. Ooh, original right-hand drive one as well. Very nice. Yeah, that 89 was the last year actually for those. Production of the Fiat version started in 1972, I think. Ooh, a Lancia Delta HF Integrale. I think this is quite a late one. It might even be like an Evo 2 or something. Personal plate, so I don't know. There we go. Yeah, it's the grand finale, so it's a very late X19. This will be 93, something like that. This Lancia. That's a really late start, so it's 77 only Triumph Stag automatic, because production finished in 77, and this is a 77-78 plate, so really, really late Stag. Probably got more of those coming up, viewers. I can see something out of the corner of my eye we might like to see as well. 1965 Ford Mustang in a beautiful colour. Is this Highland green or is this a different green? I'm not actually sure. It says Mustang 2+2. Please don't touch my classic Mustang. Don't worry, I won't be doing that. Ooh. That looks very much like a 993 Porsche 911 Turbo. I think that's a turbo model. I don't know what year that is. Made, from memory, 93, 97, something like that. This is Chevrolet. Dear, I can't remember the name of this model now. El Camino, that's that Chevrolet El Camino. For sale as well. 78, 79 registration on this one. That's fast. Don't know anything about the back tyres on it. Ooh. A Peugeot 406 Estate. This does actually completely qualify for being in here. I hope this isn't the Forbidden Fuel one, viewers, because otherwise I'll be very, very sad. I just don't have to talk about it. No, it's not. I've driven two V6 406s, one coupe and one saloon, and they're both manuals. They were amazing. MGTF. I mean, they challenged me when I came to the show that my car wasn't over 20 years old, but I mean, this is a 54 registration, it's 2005, so I don't know what they're going on about, because there's loads of people with, you know, newer cars in here. Next year won't be a problem though, because I car will be 20 years old. Ooh, 1978 to 9. Ford Capri 1.6 GL with a red interior and no headrests. Obviously you need to zip up to a higher specification one like an S to get headrests. Very nice. Another Stag here. I don't know what year this is actually. Personal plate, so could be anything. Maybe some of you know the difference between the Mark 1 and Mark 2 Stags. I do not, unfortunately. So another nice Triumph here. This is Herald Coupe. So it's a 1360, 68, 69 registration. Ooh. A Mazda 323. Fantastic. 1985 to 86 plate. I would love to drive something like this, viewers. That is absolutely amazing. I did drive a 626 of this kind of era last year on Sensible Second-Hand Classics, actually, at Brooklands. But that is just extraordinary. You only got the sort of period accessory with that decal in the rear window. 1982 to 83 Escort XR3. Very good, viewers. Spotting some really tasty treats here today. 1970 to 71 MG Midget with the square arches. I have driven a Midget on the channel. On some second-hand classics, it was a 68 actually, so it's a bit different from this one. Yeah, I actually managed to get in it, which was amazing. 1967 to 8 Triumph TR5 Pi. Immediate predecessor to the TR6, and with a nice wooden dashboard. That is in very nice condition. 1967 to 8 Austin Mini Cooper. I think this is still a Mark 1. We've still got the exposed hinges and still got the sort of house-style door handles on this. I don't even know if you'd lock the door. That's a bit dangerous. I don't know who's going to take your car. I really most people put these in garages now. Another Suzuki X90. I can't believe this. There's two Suzuki X90s at the same show. This one's got a personal plate on it, but they're only made from 1995 to 1997. So I assume that's about 96, 97. And look at this seat fabric. That is absolutely insane. That's crazy. The 1990s, that was what people used to do though. It was really weird. Wow. A driving school metro. Surrey plate. It looks in Hampshire though, so I imagine it's because it's a sort of Guildford plate, so that would make sense. This one's from 1994. It's a 1.1 Rio special edition with a 4-speed gearbox. There we go. Morris Cowley. This looks very familiar because it's the design of car that would then be on to be made until I think it was 2017 or something ridiculous. Hindustan Ambassador. I thought most of these were Oxfords, but I'm assuming that the Oxford and Cowley were just different specifications of the same car. Oh, a Triumph Toledo, quite a late one. 74, 75, I think they finished production in 75. So, very basic car. Rear wheel drive, 1.3 litre engine. The sort of stripped out version of Dolomite, but with different rear bodywork. That's the small boot. Another Triumph Stag, no surprise, people love the Stags and I like Stags too. 70-73 plate with a blue interior, this one. And this one's an auto. I really want to have a go on a Stag here. It's just, I don't know when it's going to happen, but hopefully at some point it will. But this is a really early Spitfire. Wow, this is the first year of production of Spitfire 4, so Mark 1 with 1.2 engine. I don't think I've actually ever seen a Spitfire 4 or the original type, and these actually have very strange rear lights on them. Right, we're going to go back up there, viewers, because there's some cars that we've missed in that road just up there. 1969 to 70 Morris Minor 1000 two-door. Quite a late Minor. I think these were made until 71, although the Traveller I think continued for a little bit longer than that. Very popular colour. A lot of these were used as I think police cars actually of the era, where they just would swap doors from white and blue versions. Another local plate to the area, that's a Bournemouth registration I think, almost like Salisbury from memory. 1966 Morris Minor 1000 convertible. Sort of original seats in this. We'll see another car in a little while. It's actually got some later seats in it. That's quite a common conversion for miners actually to do that. So this one, yes, another late one, 68, 69. And this has got the earlier steering wheel. The later cars after October 64 had a two-spoke wheel. This is an earlier steering wheel in it, but the seats are out of something else. I don't actually know what that is, but it's a really, really common thing to put later seats. It's a bit more comfortable trying to show things like that. It's still a very, very useful boot on these. I don't know what this is. It's a Willis pickup of some description. Right-hand drive. Willis 41. Modified. Interesting. 11.2 second quarter mile. That's very fast, viewers. Rover 3500 P6. This is an auto. Look at that sticker there, viewers. You can again see here that the crazy front suspension in this, which is totally unlike most other cars. This is a 75. The colour is called almond. I would have called it beige, but it's not. It's almond. Nice sort of capacious boot when you put the spare wheel on top. That's a very common thing to do. Another P6 here. This is a 2000. Oh, it's a 3500. That's got the latest steering wheel in it. What year is this one then? So it's 1971. It's just like a Series 1.5 or something. I don't know. What I do know is that that looks very like a beige leather interior, but in fact I think it is. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. And if you don't have the command kit, I think you have to put what's the touring kit. I can't remember. You put the spare wheel on that side there. Another very nice P6. This is a personal plate on that, so I don't actually know what. Yes, I love this colour though. Look at this. I like that interior as well, viewers. It's a beautiful beige leather interior. Go with the round dials and the latest steering wheel. I imagine that's quite a late 3500, but I don't know. 1969 to 70 MGB. Very nice. Just like this Series 1 Jaguar E-Type, quite a late one. The 67, 68, 4.2, so really quite a late Series 1 E-Type. I actually have driven one of these on the channel. That's an automatic one, wow. I don't think I've seen many Series 1 automatic E-Types. The headlight covers have been removed, so it's quite a late. I think they call them Series 1.5 these. Yeah, Series 1.5. So it's a 68, it's a really, really late one. So it's converted to right-hand drive later. Jaguar XJS. This is so it'd been 87 on an E. This is the XJSC Targa Top. There we go. This is a 3.6 straight 6 version. Very nice, viewers. Ooh, a Commerce Space van. This one's called the Wanderer. 7172 registration. This is a deluxe version. That always, to me, always looks like a sort of a boot release as opposed to a door handle, but on the old Commerce, that's what they were like. Yeah, 72 motor caravan. Oh, another Austin 3 litre. 2 days and 3 Austin 3 litres. This is quite an early one. They came in 69, so this could be a 69 or a 70. I like the colour as well. Let's get a photograph of this for Mr. Coleman, roof mechanic. He's very fond of these. 1969 to 70 Volvo Amazon. Don't ask me what exact model this is. Normally they say under wings with these, but this one doesn't have that. They finished production in 1970, so very late Amazon. And this is a Morris Minor Series 2. Between 53 and 56, this one. It'll be the 803 A Series engine from the Austin A30. 1966 Triumph Herald 1200 Coupe. Was that a convertible with a... No, it is a coupe. It's the roof a different colour. It's because I think all the sort of panels bolt off and you can change them if you want. 1970-71 Triumph Herald 1360 convertible. These are a little bit more powerful than the 1200s. Again, still got that amazing dash in them. Still plenty of room there. It's like the fuel tank on the left there, viewers. So that looks a little bit vulnerable to me. Oh, another very, very late Stag. This would be a 77 only, actually, this, on an S. Bright yellow, typical colour of the era, and with the correct wheels. Very, very nice indeed. Jaguar XK150, presumably after 1957 because it celebrates all the Le Mans wins on the badge. These were made until the beginning of E-Type production in 1961, so between, say, 58 and 61. 1964 MG Magnet. This will be the 1.6 litre version. I forget the actual model code. Yeah, it's got the sort of smaller fens on it there. Yeah, it's nice and comfortable. 1966 Austin A110 Westminster. There were other versions of this car sold under Wolseley and Van den Pla names as well. This is the Austin version. Yes, Mark II with overdrive. And look at all that wood, viewers. Oh yes, please. Very popular in the day with banger racers, like these smaller Farina ones. And yes, talk about Van den Pla's, viewers. Yes, Van den Pla Princess. About being up 1960 to about 1962. This is a predecessor to the 4 litre R with the 3 litre C series engine in it. Very, very nice, viewers. I mean, if we're very lucky, we might even get to have a look in here. And yes, it's got a beige leather interior with wood. I do like a nice red job. I wish you could smell it. That's lovely. 1965 Wolseley 1660. One of the more luxurious of the Farina cars. That's so typical of this sort of mid-60s. This sort of two-tone paint and all this sort of stuff. I don't think you got a rev counter, but we reserved for the Riley and MG models, I think. But you did get some luxury, and that looks very luxurious. Mercedes-Benz W202 C-Class. It's quite an early one, actually, this one. This is the Elegance. 1993 to 4 registration. The Elegance was sort of top of the range in a way, but you still didn't get a standard leather interior. What model that is, I don't know. Oh, yes. Viewers, I love this. I saw this last time at Popham. This is a 1996 to 7 Peugeot 306 Sedan. This is an SR. It's an auto, so I think this is a 1.6. I absolutely love this, viewers. I would like to take this home with me, but I'm not allowed to, which is a massive shame. Why is it I go to these shows, viewers, and I get so tempted? 1967 Ford Anglia 105E. So a very, very late Anglia of this type. because the Escort came out late 67, early 68. This one's the deluxe. I don't know if this is the 1 litre or the 1.2 engine. I don't actually know. Never mind. Fiat Barchetta 2001. Based on the Mark 1 Fiat Punto chassis. They were only ever sold officially here in left-hand drive, although you could get a right-hand drive conversion. This is not being converted. This is the way they came out. Yes, sort of Fiat Coupe type bits in there as well. Mini here. Someone's put a very interesting dash, sort of even more minimalistic than Isigonis in this one. 71, 72 registration. I don't actually know if that engine's been bored out. It might have been. Volkswagen Beetle Baja bug thing with the strange shifter on it. I mean, I have absolutely no idea anything else about this. The exhaust is pointing straight up, be a bit funny to park. So 6970 registration. I think this is an Austin A70. I think this is a Hereford or something like that. I'm really bad at this sort of thing. The early 50s anyway. So Bedford CA Dormobile. Pre-Suffolk. I mean, I don't know what year that is, to be honest with you. Could be 50s, early 60s, who knows, something like that. Thank you. 63. So one of the later ones. Although, as I keep saying, they didn't actually have suffix plates in all local authorities until sort of sometimes about 65. So some of the 63, 64 cars just came with the older type plates like this one without the letter on the end. Split screen Morris Minor. I imagine this is yes, it's an MM actually with that interior, but it's had a V8 put in it because there's lots of space for engine conversion to Morris Minor's views, and this certainly has had one. A little bit faster than the original side valve engine, I should think. Morris Isis. Ooh, it's the luxury version of the sort of thing that became his own ambassador. So this is a 1958 Morris Isis Series 2. Excellent. Dripping with chrome and as many lights and badges as you could possibly need in your life. Standard 8 or 10? I don't actually know. It's a Super 10. Excellent. Just below the pennant was the top of the range one. The 10 sort of in the middle, and there's the 8 right at the bottom. And you actually got an opening boot lid, so unlike some of the earlier 8s. We didn't get an opening boot lid. Don't know what this is, viewers, I'm afraid. No 32 Ford coupe type thing. Ooh. Very nice. Mark 1 Ford Capri. It's a V8. It must be a Piranha style one. Not to be operated by people whose names I cannot say. 1969 to 70 plate, so a very, very early Capri GT V8. Maybe not exactly a Piranha, there's no black bonnet on that, but you know, lovely nevertheless. Fiat 850. Oh, Seat 850. This is the Spanish version of the Fiat 850. Wow. It's a 4-door. I can't remember even if the standard Fiat 850s had a 4-door model, but in Spain you used to see 4-door models of all kinds of weird stuff. Extraordinary. So yeah, it's obviously imported. 6970 registration. This is what we saw last time we were here. This is a 2000 Royal Sabre 2-seater Sports. It's got a Fiesta Mark II door handle on it. So yeah, quite a few Ford bits in these. I don't actually know what the engine is in this. Ooh, another one of these Serena cars. It's a late Morris Oxford Series 6. 1970-71 registration. Again, immaculate car. Absolutely beautiful. Going through a bit of a restoration. So 71, it's a really late one. Ooh, a Bristol. I think this is on like a 403. I could be wrong. It's a 4-door. It's early 50s, these are. I don't really want to drive a Bristol, viewers. I just haven't had a chance yet. It depends what I get offered, really. 1976-77 Triumph Stag with some extraordinary white wall tyres and the knockoff wire wheels. Lots and lots of wood, beige interior. I like this colour. That's ever so nice. Oh, viewers, Lotus Esprit Series 2, 78-79 registration. I've got those Roger Moore Spy Love Me vibes again. I don't think it turns into submarine though. Gosh, the engine access in that is a little bit difficult, viewers. That's all I can say. And right at the end of this part, a couple of other things. 1977 to 78 Ford Escort Mark II van, although the rear bodywork and the door handles are actually still off the Mark I. Just sort of front end's a bit different. And then a little Beetle here, 70-71. It says it's a 1300, but I mean, honestly, who knows? Right, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching this third part of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the Popham Flying and Classic Car Show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and leave a comment below. And we'll see you for more classic action in part 4.